Welcome back to the Galaxy channel, everybody. I have an excellent video in store for you this week. Two reasons why this is going to be a very special video. First reason, this is a video for Earth Day, one of my favorite planets. And because of that, I have one of my favorite people, very exciting guest. You know him, you love him, the co-host of the Photography Brother podcast, the host of many other excellent shows here on YouTube, Mr. Michael Costa. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How you doing?
I am doing pretty great because my thoughts are with the Earth today, my friend, and that's why I wanted to have you here. I want to talk a little bit, you know, as a business owner, as a YouTuber, we talk about a lot of things, you know. I run a full-time business. If you guys don't know, Michael's got kind of a side business going of photography, but he works about as hard as a full-time guy, I gotta say. He's working hard. He's getting his skills up, so wouldn't be surprised if we see Michael Costa throw the CEO title on LinkedIn sometime soon, so watch out for that. But we're here to talk about Earth Day, and as two entrepreneurs and two content creators and two lovers of the earth and lovers of the environment, Michael Costa and I want to bring a few tips for you today. If you're a business owner, if you're a real estate agent, if you're really an entrepreneur of any type, or you know, even if you just like make stuff on the internet and you don't want to use any of those fancy words, there's a lot of impact that you can bring, and I think you can do some good for the planet, right, Michael?
I agree. We gotta take care of this big floating spinning ball.
Got to take care of it, man. And in business, you know, it is all about making money, but I think that there are some ways, and I've definitely found that in my business, right? There's a lot of ways where doing something good for the planet or doing something ethical, you know, doesn't contradict with business goals, right? There's a lot of ways that you can do both, and there's a lot of ways that like being more sustainable and just thinking a little bit more about you know, the carbon footprint of your business can be impactful. So let's get into some of the tips here that I've put together. The first thing that I want to talk about is modernizing your marketing. And, you know, there's a lot of temptation to do print marketing and stuff like that. But if you do digital marketing like content creation, Instagram, Facebook ads, you know, YouTube, LinkedIn content, all of those types of things, they don't really use any extra resources other than like the computers and stuff that people already have, right? Have you done some print marketing in the past, man?
I have, yeah. Print marketing, so basically around like expo magazines, cards, you know, a bunch of expo materials, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
there are no expos right now, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I've done some print marketing. I actually haven't found it that effective, and I don't really find that you don't get like the stats and stuff, obviously, that you get with digital marketing, right? So maybe that's a reason why you might want to go with digital marketing as well. It kind of ties into what I was saying earlier, that, you know, do something good for the earth and it's going to benefit your business as well.
Yeah, I think there are tons of marketing opportunities online for you to utilize that are obviously going to use digital collateral, right? So, you know, the beautiful thing about marketing online and leaning on that is you also get a lot more, you know, as Jared kind of suggested, you know, a lot more intel into, you know, the metrics behind the campaign. You also get to be a bit more specific and tailored to who is opening up that collateral, who's receiving it.
rather than like sending it out to an area code or something, right? There's so many people who aren't going to do that. But yeah, if you do have to print
Yeah.
something, maybe print a minimal amount. Don't like overprint about a bunch of stuff. And using recycled paper again is another very simple
Yeah.
thing that you can do if you have to print. So we're gonna kind of get through these in rapid fire. This isn't what Michael's used to. He's used to chilling on the podcast where we chill. We're getting to detail of things, but this isn't that type of video, Michael. So let's go into the next one. So we're going to talk about another way that you can really have a positive impact on the planet. You can reduce the carbon footprint of your business and maybe make a more efficient business in the process. And that's reducing travel, right? And that's something that has really come up a lot because of this whole pandemic and lockdown situation. We've kind of learned a lot of meetings, a lot of business trips, not as necessary as we thought, right?
Right.
So, a lot of things can, meeting people in person is good, and traveling, to New York City or whatever is cool. I've done it, but you don't always have to be, flying around, and you don't always have to be driving around. There's a lot of things that you can do with a Zoom call and, Slack. So, reduce the amount that you're traveling and, ride a bike once in a while, right?
Yeah. Ride a bike.
I mean, it might be tough
yeah.
if you're going to a gig with like 3 tripods, 2 cameras, But
Go electric. There you
electric. Yeah. An electric car is another good one. All right, we've got the next one here, number 3 on the list. Broke it down into 5 things for you guys. Just keep it nice and digestible here on the Galaxy Channel. We know that you're busy here on the Galaxy Channel, so. One thing, and I know that Michael's going to like this since he just bought a new camera that he researched incredibly thoroughly, maybe too thoroughly. Planning out your tech use, I think, for your business is a really important thing. I think that if you don't research the things that you're buying and research the things that you're using for your business, be that laptops, cameras, tablets, displays, monitors, printers, all of that type of stuff, it can get incredibly wasteful, right? And if you're just kind of buying crap and like using it for a while and then throwing it out, or whatever, even if you're like selling it and buying new ones all the time, I think it's a much better idea, and it's going to be much more efficient and cost effective for your business if you do that research. Like perfect example, right, Michael? Like you can talk to your recent purchase here, right?
Yeah. I mean, one thing you hear a lot in relation to this kind of topic is batteries, and so batteries can obviously be very, very wasteful, and so moving from the A7 II, battery life is way shorter. The batteries fail a lot. That was definitely something that was appealing to me when upgrading to the A7 III. More reliable, long-lasting battery. You don't need as many. Don't have to worry about them breaking and causing more waste.
For sure, better for the planet, and at the same time better for your workflow, right? And the fact that you like invested in that camera, right? Like you could have bought a cheaper camera for sure, but you were like, okay, this is the camera that I need to get, which was the A7 III, right? So and it's dope so far, right? Like
I'm loving it. Yeah,
shooting the podcast. We were shooting the podcast, but now we're not. Shooting the Galaxy cast. All right, anyways, the batteries is a huge thing, and even if you are just using like normal batteries, cameras don't take that, but perfect example, my microphones, my Sennheiser wireless, just take like normal batteries. I'm always careful to first of all like not leave those on all the time, or I'm like being super wasteful, just draining batteries for no reason. But you can recycle those batteries, and you can bring them into a lot of places like record stores and stuff. I know that Sonic Boom on Spadina will take your batteries in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So, and they'll
another point just to add on to that, if you are using your AA's or AAA's, of course, there's also strobe lights and stuff like that. You're going to need those AA's. Yeah. You buy rechargeable.
Oh,
rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, then you get a few more uses out of them and you're not throwing things out so much. So, yeah, lots of ways that you can plan ahead a little bit, and you might even save a little bit of money getting rechargeable batteries now that I think about it. So,
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool. My next one here, number 4, is going to be building sustainable partnerships, right? So this can be a lot of things. I've kind of broken it down to 2 things here. There's like the people who you're paid to work for and the people who you work for free, right? So for paid gigs, just personally for some of the work that I've done, right? And something that I'm really proud of is like working with some sustainable companies. For a long time, I did quite a bit of design work for this bartending company, Drinksmith, and they were partnered with like Absolute and stuff like that. And Absolute is a company that's like very dedicated to being eco-friendly and recycling and, you know, putting money back into that type of thing. And Drinksmith is very dedicated to that as well. Another thing that they really like to do was reusing, well, not like reusing, but a big problem with bars is that you'll have like produce and stuff like that, like limes, lemons, all of that, that like get thrown out all the time, right? Like the oranges, bro, the orange is a perfect example. The amount of, because for old fashions, you just take the peels off, right? Mm-hmm. And the actual orange itself would just get thrown out so much. And one thing that Drinksmith was into doing was like taking all of that and like pressing it down and creating juices with it and then using those juices, right? So again, you would be able to save money for your business and you would be able to, you know, do something good for the planet with less waste. And with working with Drinksmith, working with Absolute, you know, I really feel good about the contribution there, and you know, made a little bit of money at the same time. And then I've also done some just straight up like free work for organizations that I believe in that address like global warming and things like that. So, you know, Michael, we've talked about working for free a bit before, right? On the podcast that we have that's unrelated to this.
We have. Yeah, I know for sure, man. I think you know, you have opportunities to create content that could potentially get viewed by other people, and you know, targeting companies that you want to work with that, you know, kind of influence you know, a greener earth, different ways. You know, there's so many different ways that these businesses are doing their part and contributing, and you know, Jared just spoke to one, but there's a lot of ways to do that. And so definitely, you know, when looking at partnerships and even sponsorships, if you're creating video content, definitely something to keep an eye out and be aware of as you know, kind of put them front and center in your content.
Yeah, for sure. Working for stuff that you believe in is always a good idea. Is always a good idea. I'm sure we've all worked for things that we didn't believe in before, so you don't have to if you own a business. No one's gonna make you. The next one that I want to talk about here, I mean, I put it at the end of the list because in these times there aren't as many office spaces, but I do want to talk a little bit about how you can just make your office space a little bit more eco-friendly, and this does count as well if you're working from home, right? Some of these things can still apply. So turning off your lights, turning off your computers when you're not using them, right? You leave a room, turn off a light, you're done computering for the day, you turn that computer off, you know, and just simple things like that. Managing like your heating and cooling, right? Like looking at natural ways of cooling a space, keeping those windows closed, keeping them open when you need to, keeping the blinds closed or opening them up, you know, when you want more heat or cold, you know, things like that. So you're not constantly running the air conditioning or the heater or turning on both and letting them fight. You know, you don't want to do that. Yeah, and just ways that you can, you know, encourage people to recycle, have like accessible recycling within the place. And then this is one of my favorite ones. Providing your employees with like branded reusable cups and mugs. One very important supplemental tip to that, though, Michael. Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh,
what is
okay.
it?
It's okay. I didn't expect you to. Make sure that they're quality, bro. You've drank out of a Galaxy mug, and
they're fantastic.
They're fantastic.
Unreal. I felt like royalty.
It's an experience drinking out of a Galaxy mug, you know. So if you just get them some type of plastic water bottle full of BPA the first time they drink it. You know, they're turning into like plastic, man. You know what I mean? That's not good. You don't want that. So they're going to just throw it in the garbage, and then that's going to ruin your whole eco-friendly thing. So when you're getting your branded water bottles, branded mugs, that's going to encourage, less waste. You're not throwing out coffee cups. You're not throwing out water bottles. Oh man, don't even, anyone who's ever worked on a film set knows the water bottle thing. Oh God. So, just avoid that. Do something for the planet. And that's kind of what I got, Michael. Those are the ways that you out there as a business owner have the power to impact the planet. So what do you think about that, man? What do you think about all that stuff?
I think it's great, man. I think it's great that you made this video and kind of spoke to these things, and they're probably things that people hear maybe here and there, but have it all consolidated into one platform, one resource coming from your brother.
So happy Earth Day to Michael Costa. Happy Earth Day to all of you out there, the viewers. If you want more Michael Costa, well, I do a podcast with Michael Costa every week. You can find it on this channel, but you can also find Michael Costa on his own channels, Michael Costa Music and The Growing Photographer. I will link all of that stuff down below, and I will see you next week.